Hello everybody and welcome back to our reality shows review. So today we are talking about Mam'mkhize's reality show. She is back with season 2 of KwaMam'mkhize and is showing on Showmax. Watched the first episode and I loved it, and somebody on Twitter actually said they wish it was like an hour long. So I'm just gonna speak on few things that were very interesting for me. Episode 1, so it all started with Mam'mkhize when she went to visit her parents. Good morning. One thing that really caught my attention was the part where she went with her book and she was reading for her mother and she was reading for her father and her brother as well. It was something that was quite interesting to just see the bond. I really loved the statue, and she also instructed her brother to read the book even when she's not there. That was interesting part for me. And the second part that we're going to talk about is when she visited Tamia. I'm not sure, is this Tamia and Andile's house where they stay at the farm, or it's a house that anybody else can go? But according to my understanding is where Tamia and Andile are staying. It's a farmhouse, but hey guys, this house looks amazing. It's just that most people on Twitter, they didn't really like the part where the way the kitchen looks and the way the couches look. I know that these things are very, very expensive, but somebody on Twitter was complaining to say, no man, the way this house is furnitured is not like the edge for Andile and Tamia, and they really need to change it. But I also thought, if I'm getting it right to say that this house is a family house, maybe the furniture is already there, it was put like that and then they're just moving in. It's understandable. But also guys, we have to understand that when it comes to choices, even if this was Tamia's design, or maybe it might have been her design, when it comes to taste, it's not everybody that has the taste that everybody will approve of. Maybe this is what she wants, this is what she likes, because there's no way that all of us are gonna have the same taste. No matter how beautiful you think I am, I'm not gonna have the same taste of clothing or the same taste of furniture that you want me to have in your head because of the way that I look. Yes, I've got money, but when you look at these things, they're also very, very expensive. But that's what also makes her unique. That's what makes her different. But outside their house is really beautiful, and I love Tamia and Sithele's relationship. They really look like they do get along. They're not like buddies all the time, but it's people that are learning to love each other. But one thing that we're not going to forget when it comes to this reality show, when I watched it, I loved how mature Andile is. I know that most people, they were saying that they don't love the way Andile speaks. He speaks very slow and becomes boring, but if you listen to him from the first season to now, he has really, really matured. He is growing, and I feel like there is a change in him. Even when he speaks, you can hear that this person is really growing. And there was a time when somebody was saying that Andile loves to do everything, and I felt like as you grow up, you want to do everything, you want to touch on everything, but by the time you get to a certain age, you're gonna just end up focusing on one thing that you know that you're good at. Like now he's saying that music is not really doing so well for him. Now he has decided to go to soccer. You see these things as you grow, but I feel like people, they end up judging him too harshly and forgetting that he's actually a child and he's gonna make a lot of mistakes, and music was one of those mistakes, I think, and maybe he might go back to it, but maybe now it's not the right time. And I'm glad that he saw that it's not the right time. Maybe soccer is the right thing for him at the moment. And another thing, last thing before we even finish this whole thing, was the part where Mam'mkhize came out to say that she spends time with all her kids, with all her grandkids. I mean, I love that part, and the fact that she spoke about how she has made peace with Sithelo, and as an older person, she was the only person that could bring peace between these two people, Sithelo and Andile. There was a point where they loved each other to the moon and back, but things didn't really work out as planned. They separated, but at the end they had children, and when they were having children, there was love as well in it. They were born in love, even though the love didn't last for the parents, but at the end of the day, you guys do share kids, and there's nothing that they can do about it but to make peace and let the kids grow up in a very well environment. But going back to Tamia did also speak to Chisa Live, and she said that she wanted people to see her in this reality show and what she can bring. And she went on to say, I am going to bring a lot on social media hear people often say I do not speak because I'm usually reserved. So they should watch the show and see me speak. People will see the real me in my element. I'm excited about joining the show with my family. It is something I have not done before, so I am nervous, but with the support of my husband and family, it has been seamless. You are going to see my children on the show, but it is going to be in a controlled environment because people can be so cruel. I am a protective mom, and my children's well-being is the most important thing to me. So already we have seen her on the first episode. We haven't seen really much of her. She did speak, and a lot of people on social media, they really loved the side that they have seen so far. So we can't wait to see more. And another thing that I cannot wait to see that I forgot to mention was the part of Sean the stylist. Most people, they always complain that he is always being left behind, but this time he is in the reality show with his family. So we're gonna get to see that side of him, get to know him, and get to understand what type of a person he is, and that will be very interesting. I cannot wait for that. But anyway, that's all that we have for now. Until the next time, please do not forget to comment, like, share, and subscribe to our channel. Peace.